Have you ever had that moment where you look around and something just feels off? Like everyone's moving, talking, working, living, but there's no fire behind their eyes. No intention, no drive, just empty motion. It's like the lights are on, but no one's home. And then it hits you. You're not surrounded by people living life. You're surrounded by people going through it, reacting, numbing, floating, playing out a script they didn't even write. It's like walking through a video game filled with NPCs. Not the main characters, not the players, just background. And the scariest part, most of them don't even realize it. They wake up and they do what they did yesterday. No questions asked, same routine, same inputs, same outcomes. They've been conditioned, not consciously, but over years, even decades, to run a loop. Work, scroll, eat, numb, sleep, repeat, never stepping outside the loop, never asking, is this really me? Is this really what I want? And I get it, it's safe there, familiar, predictable. You don't get judged when you follow the rules, you don't stand out, you don't take risks. But here's the harsh truth no one wants to say out loud. Living like an NPC feels safe, until one day you wake up and realize you never actually lived. You played it safe, you played your part, you did what everyone said you should do, and now what? You're 20, 30, 40 years in and you're still waiting for life to start, still hoping something will change, still thinking maybe next month, maybe next year, but nothing changes until you change because nobody's coming to pull you out of the loop. No one's going to hand you the controller and say, here, now you're the main character. That decision, it's yours, and it always has been. So let's get real for a minute. What does an NPC life actually look like? It looks like distraction over direction. It looks like comfort over courage. It looks like scrolling TikTok for 3 hours a day, but saying you don't have time to work on your goals. It looks like endlessly consuming, but never creating. It looks like taking zero ownership and calling it realism. It looks like being terrified of what people think, but never asking what you think. It looks like dying at 25, but not getting buried until 75. See, being an NPC doesn't mean you're dumb, doesn't mean you're lazy, doesn't mean you're broken. It just means you've been asleep. And this world, it's built to keep you that way. They want you distracted, they want you obedient, they want you pacified with comfort and dopamine and fear. Because if you actually woke up, if you actually started thinking for yourself, moving with clarity, building discipline, creating value, you'd become dangerous. Not violent, not reckless. Dangerous because you can no longer be controlled. You can no longer be sold a lie. You don't follow trends anymore because you know who you are. You don't wait to be told what to do because you have your own mission. You don't fear judgment because you've made peace with the cost of being real. And that's the moment the game changes. That's the moment you stop being an NPC and start becoming the main character of your own life. And let's be clear, the main character doesn't mean ego. It doesn't mean flexing or faking or pretending to be more than you are. It means owning the damn responsibility of your time, your energy, your thoughts, your choices. It means waking up and realizing that you are not entitled to a great life, but you are capable of building one, and that if you don't, no one else will. So ask yourself this. When was the last time you did something uncomfortable on purpose? When was the last time you put your phone down and sat in silence just to hear your own thoughts? When was the last time you said no, not out of fear, but out of clarity? When was the last time you acted like this life actually mattered? Because the clock is ticking. Every day you spend in autopilot is a day you never get back. Every excuse you repeat becomes more of your identity. Every loop you stay stuck in becomes harder to escape from. But you can still break it. You can still wake up. You can still think for yourself. You can still choose discomfort over distraction. You can still become the kind of person who leads instead of follows, who builds instead of complains, who lives instead of waits. But you've got to decide. Nobody can do it for you. So here's your choice. Keep being the NPC. Keep following the script. Keep drifting through a life that doesn't feel like your own. Or wake up, grab the controller, delete the excuses, look fear in the face, and take your place in the story. Because the story is still being written, but only if you're brave enough to start living it. The world doesn't need more followers. It doesn't need more spectators. It doesn't need more people walking with their heads down waiting for permission to live. It needs leaders, builders, thinkers, movers, creators. It needs people who have been asleep and chose to wake up. It needs people like you if you're willing to step up. So stop being an NPC, start being you for real this time.